Yo guys, what's going on? Welcome back to a brand new video here on the channel today. And today we are bringing back a series or a video concept that we did quite a few years ago, I believe back in actually FIFA 17. Today we're bringing back the FIFA career mode experiment. Now if you don't know what this is, essentially I take a scenario from real life football that could have happened and see what FIFA feels like the result would have been. Now recently on my TikTok, which you can follow me, it's David_Gooding. You can follow me there on TikTok. I did do a Premier League prediction the other day, and that was fairly interesting, just using the standard squads that are on the game currently. Now, of course, you can't stop the January transfer window happening, but we're going to be testing Manchester United today, and we got something a little bit interesting here. So we've actually put in some of the biggest names that Manchester United were linked to back in the summer. Now, hopefully this has worked. It has. So there are 3 names. Where's Reguilon? He's in. Okay. So there's 4 names, 4 players that United are really heavily linked to in the summer, plus the additional ones we signed, which was Reguilon, Sancho, Grealish, and Upamecano. So I've gone and put those 4 in there. Now, I've still included Donny van de Beek, because I think we were going to sign Donny van de Beek anyway. So Donny van de Beek stays. So the only one I've taken out is Telles, because Reguilon came before we were even interested in Telles, so Reguilon comes in. So we got Reguilon there. Let's actually put together a decent formation. I'm actually going to play... What am I going to play? I'm going to play a 4-3-3-4, I think. So let's move that over to the formations. Now, there will be some of these going onto the TikTok channel. This one won't be. This is YouTube only. There'll be some that are TikTok only, and there'll be some that are shared. So do make sure you subscribe to both, so you don't miss out on any of those. So this is what we essentially would have had. So we'd have... Let's see here. So I would play Pogba in there with Donny van de Beek and Fernandes. We would take out Greenwood, and of course Sancho would play in there. Now, Grealish, I think, would probably have to sit on the bench, because I don't actually see there's any room in this team for him. I would swap those 2 over. You can't. Okay, let's leave them as they are then. We've got Cavani, Fred, Grealish, Matic, Shaw, Lindelof and Henderson on the bench. Who else needs to come in? Upamecano needs to come in, who would come in over Eric Bailly. And we'd probably leave it as that. And then all we're going to do is we're going to simulate the season and see how things goes. Let's see how things are in the midway mark in January. Let's go. Now, before we get into that, let's actually have a look at what our objectives are this season based on the team. So youth development, there's no objectives. Brand exposure, sign 3 players from Europe. We're not going to be doing that, but we don't really care if we get sacked, because we can only really realistically do 1 season. You can't do 5 seasons time, because other teams are just going to strengthen. So you can only do 1 season wonders with this, which is probably fine anyway. But let's head into the calendar then. Let's head all the way to the end of January. I always press RB. I always press RB. All the way to the end of January we go. Well, the start of January. January 1st. Simulation. Controller down. Let's see how we do. Alright, here we go then. So, let's have a look at how we have performed in the first half of the season. So, let's go all the way back to August. July even. Well, having a look at the pre-season tournament, and, well, there was Barca and Bayern Munich, so you can expect us to go without a competition. But having a look at August then, and it's an iffy start. A 1-1 draw with Sheffield, a 2-1 win against Liverpool, a 5-0 win against Villa, we've basically taken their best player, so that's a little bit unfair, but it doesn't really bother me. And we got a 2-0 win against Southampton. We have a 2-0 win against Leeds, a draw and a loss in the Champions League, a win in the Cup, 2 draws in the league, that's not good. A draw to Arsenal in the league, a couple of wins there, a draw against Beşiktaş and a draw against Everton. We lost to City 3-0, beat Beşiktaş, beat Chelsea, beat West Brom, lost to Leipzig. We lost to Paris, who are out of the Champions League entirely. I think we only picked up, what, 2 points, 3 points, 4 points maybe? A win against Leicester, a win against Brighton, Fulham, Burnley, a loss to Spurs in the Cup. A draw to Spurs in the league. We lost to Liverpool in the league, but beat Sheffield 2-0 in the league. Where does that leave us in the league table then? Well, our manager rating doesn't say much all about it, does it? We're going to get rid of all these emails. We got Jones for Pogba offer, Jones loan offer, Pogba transfer offer, whatever. Fred thinks he could be playing better. Well, that's fine. I don't really give a toss. Let's have a look at the team, see how the team are doing. So, Rashford's up to an 86. Sancho's over there. He's doing fine. Fernandez is doing fine. Van der Beek and Pogba playing well. We've got Maguire, Upamecano, Wan-Bissaka, Reguilon, De Gea. Cavani's down to an 82. Fred's still there. Grealish is up to an 84, doing well. He seems to be playing quite a bit. Matic is there. Henderson, Lindelof, Shaw. Then we still got Agala and all that lot. Does anyone here seem to be playing? Fosu Mensah's played at some point. So is Lingard, so is James. Greenwood, Scotty doesn't seem like they've played any football actually, which is a little bit weird, but there we go. Let's go to the squad hub. Let's just see how many appearances players have had so far. So Henderson has had 2 appearances, both in the Challenge Cup. Hasn't played since. At left back, Reguilon has played 24. Shaw has played 12. Reguilon's got 1 goal. Centre backs, Jones, Rojo haven't seen the team. Twanzebi's played a couple of games in the league. So has Eric Bailly. So has Victor Lindelof. He's played a couple of times. Although Upamecano and Maguire seem to be the mainstays in the league. Wan-Bissaka has, because he's in the Carabao Cup, of course. Wan-Bissaka's played pretty much most on the right back. Fosu Mensah's played a few games. Fred's played a few games in the league. Matic has played a few games. McTominay's played 6 games. Or has appeared in 6 games. Rashford's played in 9. No, he hasn't. He's played in 14. Where are my other centre mids? Oh, they're not here, are they? Pogba's played 35. Massive mainstay. He's got 5 goals and 5 assists. Rashford only had 1 assist in 14 appearances so far. Not too great. Donny van der Beek, 19 appearances, 3 goals. Not too bad. Juan Mata, nothing. Fernandez, 32 appearances, 9 goals, 0 assists, which is weird. Lingard has had 3 appearances. Sancho's had 29 appearances, balling out. 2 goals and 8 assists. Dan James has had a couple of appearances. Well, he's had 1 in the league. Greenwood's had 1 appearance in the Carabao Cup. Palestri, no appearances. Grealish has actually made 31 appearances. A lot in the Premier League. I don't know where they're playing him. He's had 4 goals and 5 assists. Igalo's had 7 appearances. Martial has played 20 times, scoring 7 goals and 3 assists. Cavani has played 27 times, 15 goals and 1 assist. Most of those in the Premier League. So Cavani's balling out. Who isn't playing in that front 4? I don't know. Is there any way you can tell? Not really. The game kind of chooses the team, so I don't know what formation it's picking, but let's have a look where we are in the league and all of that. Let's go to standings in the midway mark. We won't do the Premier League just yet. We'll go for the other things. So, FA Cup, we haven't played yet. Carabao Cup, I believe we lost in round quarterfinals to Spurs 1-0. Not bad. Champions League, we got mullered. We got absolutely destroyed there, but we finished 3rd in the group on 5 points. Leipzig and PSG much, much stronger than ourselves. So that's a worry, isn't it? That is a worry. But let's have a look at the Premier League, see where we are. I don't think we're going to be in too great. We're in 3rd. Okay. 45 points. 5 points ahead of Leicester. We're miles away from City and Liverpool, which is to be expected, to be fair. Their teams are a lot better. You've got Leicester in 5th, Wolves in 6th, Arsenal and Chelsea down in 7th and 8th. Burnley, Southampton, Fulham, Everton, West Ham, Newcastle, Leeds, Sheffield. Then you've got Brighton, Villa in the mud about Jack Grealish. And West Brom only on 7 points. Have conceded a shit ton of goals, as of Aston Villa. But I guess we go into the second half of the season and see where we end up. So let's go to the calendar just to make sure, I'm not playing these games. We are in the Europa League, so that is something that we do have to think about. You know what? We're going to go midway point in June and we'll see where we are. Let's go. Alright guys, we are here in the middle of June. Let's see how things have got along. So, let's have a wee look. January, and it's a pretty positive January. A win against Carlisle, a win against City, a win against Everton, a win against Brighton, a draw to Cardiff in the Cup and a draw to Leicester. We then beat Cardiff in the Cup replay, we beat West Brom. We beat Sparta Praha in the, round of 32. In the Europa League. We then get wins against Chelsea and West Ham in the league as well. A completely winless month apart from one game against Newcastle, 1-1. But we beat Lazio to get into the quarter-finals, I believe, of the Europa League. We have a win against Palace in the Cup, a draw to Newcastle, and a win against Forest in the Cup, and a win against Fulham in the league. Going into April, we have, again, no losses in April. So we have a win against Spurs, a mullering of Hoffenheim to get into what would be the semi-final, I believe, of the Europa League. We then have wins against Southampton, Arsenal in the Cup, Aston Villa, draw to Burnley. We beat Roma 1-0 in the Europa League, I believe that'd be semi-final. We then beat them again. We then have wins against Leeds, Arsenal, Wolves, Palace. I think that's the FA Cup final. We lose 4-0 to Liverpool. That's disgraceful. But I think that's the champion or the Europa League final that we actually win 3-1. So maybe the season looking too bad. I mean, the board aren't very happy, which, you know, is to be expected. But there we go. Let's have a look at the league. Let's have a look at the players first and let's see what's been happening. So Rashford's up to an 87. Martial's up to an 85. We got Sancho up to an 89. Fernandes is at a 90. Pogba and Van der Beek at 87 and 85. We get Wan-Bissaka at an 86. Reguilon at an 85. Maguire and Upamecano at an 84 and 83. De Gea at an 87. Cavani's on an 81. Grealish is at 85. Fred's at an 82. Dean Henderson, Lindelof and Shaw have all gone up 1. Anyone else gone up at all? I don't think so. Fosu Mensah maybe up 1. Twanzebe maybe up 1. McTominay maybe up 1. Greenwood hasn't been used at all, and nor is Diallo, I don't think, which is to be expected, really. Let's have a little look at the squad hub, see how things are going. So, let's have a look at development, not development stats. So De Gea's gone up 1. Made all appearances pretty much. He pretty much made every appearance for us at all. Reguilon made pretty much every appearance he could in the league for us, or for the whole season. He had 53 appearances. Brandon Williams only appeared a couple of times in the FA Cup and Carabao Cup. Luke Shaw appears quite a few times in the Premier League, a couple of cup appearances. Phil Jones snuck his way into an FA Cup game. That's a little bit crazy. Eric Bailly played a few games in the league, couple of appearances in the Europa League, and there we go. Nothing too much there. Twanzebe, 18 appearances for Twanzebe, that's pretty good. Gets himself a goal as well. Victor Lindelof ended up playing 22 games and 1 goal. Upamecano played 39 games, pretty much most games in the Premier League. Maguire gets the goal and assist, again, pretty much every game in the Premier League, pretty much all games in the Europa League. We don't really care about those. Wan-Bissaka had 59 appearances, pretty much, again, appearing everywhere. Fosu Mensah, again, isn't with us, but was at the start of the season. But, again, regardless of whether or not he wasn't, it just means Wan-Bissaka would play more games. Wan-Bissaka gets himself a goal and assist, and Fosu Mensah's had a goal as well. When was that? The goal was in the Challenge Cup. Okay, there we go. McTominay, where he deserves to be, really. You know, just playing here and there. Matic, again, playing here or there, a couple of assists. Fred, 20 games. Solid season for him. Rashford, 29 games played. And only 1 goal and 1 assist. Not very good, is it? Only 15 appearances in the league, though. So I'm presuming that Rashford wasn't actually used that much in the Premier League. I think he's played Grealish where Sancho is. Pogba, 63 appearances, playing pretty much nearly every game for us. 9 goals and 9 assists. Van der Beek, 41 appearances, 7 goals and 1 assist. Fernandes, 64 appearances, 20 goals and 9 assists for Bruno. Absolutely balling out. Lingard had a couple of games, 1 goal. No appearances at all for Juan Mata, no surprise. Mason Greenwood, only 6 appearances and 1 goal. Pelestri, nothing. Dan James, couple of appearances. Sancho, 15 goals and 13 assists in 61 games played. Grealish, who's been playing all the bloody games? It's Grealish. Grealish has been playing, I think, instead of Sancho. And has had 14 goals and 12 assists to his name. Martial, 43 games played, 10 goals and 4 assists. Diallo, not really much there. And Cavani ends up on the season with 51 games played, 26 goals and 2 assists. That is fantastic. Who's been the biggest gainers? So let's have a look. So Grealish up 3, Martial's gone up 2. Cavani's gone down by 3, but Sancho's up by 3. Dan James up a little bit. Pereira's up by 2 on loan. Fernandes up by 2. Van der Beek up by 2. Pogba's joining Barcelona when the transfer window opens. That's interesting. Rashford has gone up by 2. Garner's gone up by 3 on Watford. Having some decent games. Wan-Bissaka up by 3 there. Maguire and Upamecano both up by 3. Lindelof up by 2. Bailly up by 1. Rojo up by nothing. Luke Shaw up by 1. Williams up by 1. Reguilon up by 3. And then De Gea's gone up by 1 as well. Let's have a look where we ended in the league table then. Let's see. So league table wise, we actually finished 2nd. That's not bad at all with those players. That's not bad at all. 90 points, 27 games played, or 27 games won, 7 draws and 4 losses. 79, most goals in the league. Conceded a few more than some other teams. But our defence is weaker compared to, City and Liverpool. But to finish on 80 or 90 points, 2 points. 2 points. No, we didn't. Liverpool scored the most goals. I'm looking at the wrong bloody team. We scored Leicester scored more. Okay, so we didn't score that many goals. But we actually had a fairly good clean sheet, or fairly good goal difference, because we actually only conceded 30 goals. 3 less than Manchester City, which is actually pretty good, I feel. The top 4, City, United, Liverpool, Spurs, could potentially be the top 4 in that order in real life if we'd assigned these players, which, if we had assigned these players, we may not have got Cavani, or may not have got, Van der Beek, or may not have had, Tellez isn't there anyway, but, you can't tell. You can't tell what would have happened there. Leicester 5th, Arsenal 6th, miles away. Well, not that too far away from Tottenham, only 3 points. Chelsea and Wolves there. Then there's the massive drop up, 66 points to 47. You've got Newcastle, Burnley, Fulham, Southampton, Everton, Crystal Palace, Brighton, West Ham, Leeds, and relegation, Villa, Sheffield, and West Brom. Fulham really high up in the table, really good season for them. West Brom on 11 points, which is absolutely disgraceful for them. So we do win the Premier League. We do win the Premier League. Let's actually, we don't win the Premier League. City win the Premier League. But for me, that's a win. 2nd place in the league above Liverpool is fantastic. Let's have a look at other competitions. So FA Cup, I think it was us that got battered 4-0 in the final. Yes, we did. Oh, God. That wasn't good. We've seen Carabao Cup. Europa League, I think we actually won the Europa League. And again, we are in the Europa League this season, so do watch out for that. Let's have a look how we got on. So, round of 32, we beat them 3-2 on aggregate. Round of 16, beat Lazio 4-1 on aggregate. A 5-1 aggregate score against Hoffenheim. 2-0 against Roma. And a 3-1 against Ajax, which is actually, I think that's pretty good going. Let's have a look at the top goal scorer for the Premier League. It was actually Jimenez for Wolves. 27 goals in 38 games. Absolutely madness. Kane, Aguero, Salah, Ziyech, Perez, Cavani on 17. Fernandes on 14. No one else there. Assists. We were 1 away with Sancho. We got 10. Grealish got 8. Pogba 5. Clean sheets. We were nearly there. 15 clean sheets. Only Lloris and Ederson above us. Yellow cards. Fernandes got 6 yellow cards. That's a little bit naughty. We got Cavani there on 4 as well. And red cards. Grealish on 1. So, again, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. It could be better. Could be worse. But there is that career mode experiment finished anyway. So if we'd assigned those players in the summer, those big players, we could have finished, we could be finishing on 90 points in the season, which is a very, very high tally of points. And would be right in there in the mix of Liverpool and City on form. Remember, this is an on-form team. in real life, form, matters. In FIFA, it doesn't. It's just based on actual player skill. And I think we could have done quite well if we'd assigned those players. But there we go. We didn't. We've got the team we have, and we're in a good position in the league. So that's going to end it for today. Again, I want you to let me know what you think of this and any other scenarios you want me to do. I will be doing one other scenario before I do post this one, so that'll be up as well. But after that, I will be taking on your feedback. So hopefully you all enjoyed. Remember, smash a like if you're new, subscribe if you're, smash a like if you're new, and smash a like if you enjoyed, and subscribe if you're new, share, turn notifications on, all that good stuff. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out.